tonight. Wait a minute, Big Mama. Blues America will be right back.
This is a guided meditation on parenting. Take a deep breath in and let go of the time you and your son played basketball and you attempted to slam dunk. Or when you hit that piñata into your neighbor's yard. Let it go.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you. For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Blues America is supported by the Rhythm Room. The world's famous and historical Rhythm Room Concert Club is Arizona's premier blues hotspot, hosting nightly live music. Located at 1019 East Indian School Road in Phoenix and online at www.rhythmroom.com.
Hey America, we need to have a little talk. We've got more food in our country than we know what to do with. Food at the grocery store and food in the vending machines, fast food, health food, and seafood. We've got so much food that anything people don't buy, we just throw out. Yet 17 million kids in America struggle with hunger. That ain't right. Luckily, the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks has volunteers gathering excess food and getting it to hungry kids. They're kind of like food angels. Yeah, I made that up. It's kind of catchy. Hello, people. This isn't rocket science. We could solve hunger today. To start, become a food angel yourself by supporting Feeding America in your local food bank at feedingamerica.org. We can't do it without your help.
To help solve hunger in Mississippi, contact Mississippi Food Network or visit feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Blues America is supported by Record High Vinyl Store in Phoenix, the place for serious music fans and vinyl collectors to find large quantities of first pressings, limited editions, box sets, audiophile, and vintage catalog, including blues, soul, jazz. They buy, sell, and trade, and offer vinyl cleaning and flattening service. Visit the store, located at 4242 East University Drive in Phoenix, or for more online at recordhighinphoenix.com. Like them on Facebook. Record High in Phoenix. Experience one of the last great record stores.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but as you grew up, things changed. Teaching just didn't seem like the best option anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Interesting and innovative things are happening in teaching today, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Damn right we got the blues. Blues America. Right now.
Pour some beer, grab a seat, and kick your feet up. It's Blues America. Blues at the break.
It's a blues world for so much change. It's a blues world, you know that feeling too. When everything is broken in two. It's a blues world, it's us or them they say. It's a blues world, then the bullets start to spray. It's a blues world, sister I need your help. It's a blues world. Ain't no need to cry. It's a blues world, and I'll tell you why. It's a blues world. Ain't no need to feel. All the walls are gonna come tumbling down. Yeah, come tumbling down. Oh yeah, come tumbling down. Oh yeah, come tumbling down. Come tumbling down. Down, 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 down. Tumbling down, come tumbling down.
Promotional consideration for Blues America is provided by the Southwest Musical Arts Foundation, this station, and the listeners of public radio.
This is Paul Osher, ladies and gentlemen, and you are listening to Blues. No, that's Chuck's. This is Paul Osher, ladies and gentlemen, and you're listening to Blues America.
Headed down to the chicken shack. It's Blues America time.
Well, I'm glad I did what I did when I did it, and I wish I had done it some more. I put my foot on the pedal and I hit it, and I kept that baby on the floor. I lived the high life below in the middle, and there's nothing I can say I regret.
Hiya. If you just turned this thing on, let me tell you what you're doing. You're listening to Blues America with today's special guest, the legendary Southern piano player, Marcia Ball. Her new album is called Shine Bright. Now, if you miss any part of the show or our radio broadcasts on your local community station, listen to the podcast available now at bluesamerica.com or on your mobile device using one of the many available apps like iTunes or Google Play. All right, Marcia, we're back. And, I know you love Irma Thomas and Fats Domino and Professor Longhair and other great legends of this genre that I'm sure you've had an opportunity to know and work with. And I wonder if any of these great players have ever mentored you or offered you some advice along the way.
Well, of all of those you mentioned, Irma Thomas, of course, is the one who I know the best and who I've been around the most. And without being my, without probably thinking of herself as my mentor, I've learned practically everything I do well from Irma, and I still aspire to do as well. Irma has a strong voice. Irma lives well. Irma has taken care of herself and has a lot of rules about how she lives, and all to the betterment of her life and her voice and her performance. So to watch what Irma does is probably as good advice as I could give anybody. And so she has mentored me without actually ever, saying you should do this or that. I just watch Irma. So, I'm going to be inducted into the Austin City Limits Hall of Fame. When they asked me who I wanted to invite as my guest, because they bring in all these special guests to perform with the inductees. And so Irma and Tracy are going to come to this show. It's on October 25th. And the show will be taped and will be broadcast on New Year's Eve of this year. But we're going to get back together and sing some of our songs.
Yeah, that's cool. Now, you've made it to the big time when you sit down at a piano next to blockbuster Hollywood movie icon Clint Eastwood. He's a huge blues fan, and of course you were featured on a documentary that he produced. What was that like?
Well, what I remember was kind of interesting because we'd had a big day already. We had played at Monterey, and then they picked me up and to go to Carmel to Eastwood's studio. And from the moment we walked in the door, the camera was on, and I had no idea, no lipstick, no gathering up of ideas, just here you are. And to make it even better, there was Pine Top Perkins and Jay McShann sitting there in the studio already. And, I mean, those are my heroes. And so there we are. We walk in, and there are the guys. And so having said all that, Clint Eastwood was a very accommodating, easygoing guy. And he loves music. He's quite a good player himself. And he made me as comfortable as it was possible to be under the circumstances. And, asked good questions and let me be myself. And so I loved his part of that whole series more probably than anybody else's, because more than anyone, he let musicians be themselves and do what they do. It was more about pure music and less about, his filmmaking vision in the case of the piano segment.
Well, now you've made a lot of records, and which one is your favorite or stand out to you?
Well, of mine, I think I'm caught a little off guard. For one thing, I would get the live album because, A, it shows what we're like on the stage. A little bit earlier part of my career, a bunch of songs that we put together that are favorites from some years. And then, not to be self-promoting or too disingenuous, but maybe